This is the Volkswagen Transporter Shuttle. It's a long-awaited replacement for a passenger variant of the VW Transporter. Let's take a look around. Okay, so the interior trim's very nice. Check out the stitching on that. Looks a bit like a Star Wars droid. It's got rear aircon and then this panoramic roof, so the glass roof is very cool. Okay, it's got this huge tailgate. A decent sized boot. One thing I like about these tailgates is they come out a fair way. My fellow vehicle nerds will remember that the previous version of the Transporter had a trim called the Caravelle, which was the fancy people carrier version of the Transporter. Now, Volkswagen said when they were swapping over to the new Transporter that the Caravelle wasn't carrying on. It was actually being designated as a trim level on the new multivan. So we expected not to see something like this. So lo and behold, this is the Shuttle. And what I expected to be quite a basic passenger vehicle appears on the surface very much like the Caravelle. Okay, so for wheelchair access at the rear, we need to modify the entrance because this isn't high enough for an adult to go through the entrance in a wheelchair without ducking. Most people in a wheelchair don't have the mobility in their upper body to allow them to do that. So in order for it to be properly wheelchair accessible, we need to modify that aperture. And that is done by adding what's called a drop floor kit. So as you can see, we've got decent leg room in the back and decent leg room in the front there. The steps are okay. The one thing that we can do to this vehicle is add a step to the underside. So that means going under here. The one thing, as you'll appreciate, if you put something underneath a vehicle, you're going to reduce the ground clearance, but it is possible. Access into the third row is pretty good. You still need to be fairly mobile in order to get in there, but it's still pretty good.